Okay, amazing, Fiza. All right, guys. So we are going to start with chapter number 3, like Tanisha rightly corrected me yesterday, called physiography and drainage. Okay. Now, what does physiography mean? Does anybody know what physiography mean? Can you share on the chat if you have any idea of what physiography means? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Let's try. 1, subfield of land. Nahi. 3, 4, knowledge about earth. Okay. 5, somewhere close, Mahmood. 4, 3, it relates to some type of landform, maybe. Very, very close, Divya. Amazing. 2, 1. Okay. Now, physiography means, see, physio means physical and graphy is a short form for geography. So physiography basically means physical geography. Okay. Physiography means physical, sorry guys, physical geography, right? Now, what is physical geography? How is it different from other different types of geographies, right? So physical geography is a branch of geography that deals with natural features. So like Divya was talking about landforms, what it basically does is it defines what an article looks like. So if I have to say what is the physical geography of this, I would say, okay, it has these waves like things, right? And it is vertical in shape, it has water body inside it, and then it leaves some space for a atmosphere, and then there is a land on the top. So I am basically explaining the physical features of this bottle. Similarly, physical geography or physiography aims at explaining the physical or natural features of a piece of land. So if we think of India as a piece of land, and if you have to guess what is the physical geography of India, what will be included in the physical geography of India? What do you think would be included? Tell me. What will be included in physical geography of India? Let's see who answers. 1, boundaries and land. Can you give me more examples about that? Himalayas, amazing, Aditya. Let's go closer to what Aditya is talking about. I think Rakhi, you mean rocks, which is amazing. Surrounding environment, all right. Oceans and rivers, amazing, Lakshmi. Which river specifically in India? If we're talking about India, Mahmood, amazing. So when you're talking about mountains of India, then we talk about Himalayas, right? Weather, maybe not, because it's not physical. We're talking about physical features, characteristics. Oceans, Ganga, amazing, because Ganga is there in India, right? Desert, which desert of India? Thar Desert, amazing. So apart from mountains, do we just have mountains or do we have plains? Do we have plateaus in India? Central Highland, okay, amazing. Shifa, what is Central Highland called? Sahara Desert, amazing. So what is Central Highland called generally? It's called Peninsula Plateaus. Haryana Plains, exactly. It's not just Haryana Plains, it's called Northern Plains. So basically, we are defining the physicality of India. We are not looking at the climate of India. Atmosphere नहीं देख रहे हैं, हम बस ये देख रहे हैं कि उसका surface कैसा दिखता है, right? That is when we talk about physical geography. Is this clear? What does physical geography means? Can I? Okay, amazing. All right, guys. So this is what India looks like on a map. Okay. This is what India looks like on a map. Now, what I'm going to do is I will be I will be putting an arrow on certain things, and then you will tell me what is that thing called. So what is this thing called with the blue arrow? What is this thing called? Let's see who answers. I've just put blue arrow. Lakshmi, I just said physical geography means the physical conditions of the surface of the earth. Which hills are they, Sufia? Himalaya, amazing. All right, so Himalaya, amazing. Now we move, this is called Himalayas, the Himalayas, right? So they are the mountain ranges. Now, yes, Divya, you will get to know what the Central Highland means. We're getting to that. First, you tell me, now I'm putting arrow on the second thing. What is this region called? जहाँ पे मैं arrow put कर रही हूँ. Maybe even this area. Can you tell me what this region, what is this region called? Rivers, forests, no. Try harder. Think in the sense of plateaus, plains, Uttar Pradesh. So Uttar Pradesh, is it a plain? Is it a plateau? Amazing, Sanya. So it's called Northern Plains. Okay. So this is the Northern Plain region where the land is not elevated. It is straight, right? Where agriculture generally happens. That's the main occupation in northern areas. So it starts from Punjab, Rajasthan. See, here, somewhere here. It starts from here, and then it moves into Delhi. It moves into UP. It also moves into this region, it's Assam, I think. Yes. Okay. Now, if I talk about this something in the middle, it's related to Divya's question. This brown thing in the middle. What do you think it's called? Have you studied this before? What is this thing in the middle called? Hill, it's not hills. It is not hills. Okay, I remember long time back, I taught you something. It's not desert, Shubham. The whole, that's like the middle part of India. Plains. Saurabh said Deccan Plateau, right? Aditya said plateau. Can you tell me what is the difference between plateau and hills? I gave you the definition of plateau. What is a plateau? What is Deccan Plateau? सबको पता है Deccan Plateau. Plateau का क्या मतलब है? What does plateau mean? Plateaus are not flat, Sophia. That's wrong. If they were flat, then they will be a part of northern plains. Northern plains are flat. Why are they different? Slant, somewhere close, Shubham. Slant is somewhere close. Does not have a peak. Amazing, Ankit. So basically, plateaus are called elevated tablelands. So this is what I gave you as definition, that they are hill-like. They have a vertical elevation, but they are flat from the top. I taught this in 9th grade, right? So they have a height. So they are not plains. This is what they look like. They are flat from the top and a little elevated. So in India, we have this central, the main region of India. Majority of its region is in something called peninsular or Deccan Plateau. All right. And that is the part in the middle of India where I placed my arrows. Now, if I talk about, wait, let's try to put hearts here. Okay. Let's see. I'll put stars. Okay. If I talk about the star region, where I'm putting stars, this whole corner region, what are these called? Let's see who answers this. I'm just putting star everywhere so that. Coastline, amazing, Akash. So which coastlines are there? Is there just one coastal region, or is there more? Are there more coastal regions? coastal areas के दो parts हैं. So what are these two parts called? One is on this side and one is on the other side. So this side is also called something and the other side is also called something. What do you think it's called? The region towards Mumbai, the coastal region towards Mumbai, would that be western coastal region or eastern? Western, right? And the eastern coastal region will be what? Eastern will be the side opposite to it, right? This would be eastern and this would be western. Okay? So we have two coastlines as well. Now these two coastlines are actually a part of the peninsular plateau, but they are separated because of their physical features. Okay, so we define them specifically, so they are subheadings sort of. So the main heading would be peninsular plateau. Under that there would be Deccan plateau, there will be western coast, there will be eastern coast. Understood? So now we have one more feature, which is, I'm going to put a star on them. Wait, this region. These are very small regions. What would they be called? यहाँ पे भी होते हैं, इस साइड पे भी होते हैं guys. यहाँ भी होते हैं कहीं. Islands. Amazing, Divya. Amazing, guys. So islands would become the last physical feature. Now, if I have to recall about all the physical features that we have talked about till now, then we will come to a conclusion that we have a total of 5 main physical features. First is mountains. Second is northern plains. Third is peninsular plateau, okay, or Deccan plateau, or plateau in general. Then there would be coastal areas. Coastal areas will have two parts, western coast, eastern coast, and the fifth will be islands. So this is how the surface of India looks like. This is how physical geography of India looks like. I will show this in another picture as well. Here. So here you can see that it has been very clearly defined. One second, guys. So this region is all northern mountain region. Okay, the dots are northern mountain region. These are northern plains. Okay, this is Thar desert. So Thar desert को separate करते हैं northern plains से. There's this region that has been separated from northern plains. It can become a part, it cannot become a part as well. So they have separated Thar desert. This is Thar desert. This is peninsular plateau or southern plateau as they call it. This is western coast and this is eastern coast. Here there is Andaman and Nicobar island group, and here there are Lakshadweep island groups. So this is how the whole of India's physiography looks like. There's one more picture to clear everything. Now you can see all the mountains clearly. You can see the so it's Gangetic plain. इसमें spelling गलत है. That's Ganga. Gangetic plain होता है. So that's called northern plains. Then there is peninsular plateau. Then there is western coast and eastern coast. Western Ghat, eastern Ghat भी बोलते हैं. And then there is Thar desert. Is it clear to everybody? Is the physical features clear to everybody for India? Amazing. Now we'll get into the complicated version of this. We're going to, okay, what we're going to now do is we're going to talk about specific physical features one by one. So the first feature we're going to focus on is, guys, thank you for responding. Ram, can you please stop doing that? Ram, I'm going to remove you from the group if you do this. Please stop doing that. Okay. So we are going to get into the first physical feature, which is Himalayas. Okay, now when we talk about Himalayas, can you tell me in which country do Himalayas lie? I can show the last picture, Mahmood. I'll show it in a while, towards the end, okay? Can you tell me in which country does Himalaya lie? Let's see who answers this. India and Nepal. Okay, Nepal. India में भी तो है Mahmood. Who else? Let's see who else answers. India. All right. What about others? India and Nepal. Okay. Let's wait for two more questions. Question is, Shifa, in which country does Himalayas lie? Pakistan. Amazing, Sufia. Okay. Let's India, Afghanistan, Tibet, and Nepal. You're somewhere very, very close, Ram. So basically, India, Himalayas does not only lie in India. This is what the map for Himalayas look like. Okay. Now, what are the important things to remember here? I'm going to annotate and show you. First of all, it starts from somewhere in Afghanistan. Okay. It moves towards Tajikistan. It reaches a peak there. Okay. At Pamir Knot. You have to remember this region in Tajikistan called Pamir Knot, where Himalayas start moving towards, sloping downwards towards east. Before this, they were moving towards west. Now from here, they are moving towards east. Okay, so we are going to remember that from Tajikistan in a place called Pamir Knot, यहाँ पे लिखा है Pamir Knot, right? तो आप यहाँ से देखोगे कि यहाँ से they start moving towards the east. Now they are coming towards India, and in India they enter through Jammu and Kashmir and they move till Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, they are there till Arunachal Pradesh, and in between they enter China, they enter Nepal, they enter Bhutan. Parts of it are also in Pakistan. Okay, what you have to remember majorly is that they start moving eastwards from a place called Pamir Knot. Okay, they start moving eastward from a place called Pamir Knot in Tajikistan. They come to India through Jammu and Kashmir, and they stay in India till Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, these are the 2 points that you have to remember: Pamir Knot, Jammu and Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so this is what Himalayas look like. I'm going to just clear all the drawing and we'll move forward once again. Is there any doubt in this? Let's see. Voice is not coming. Wait. Okay, guys, can you stop responding? I think voice is coming. It might be your internet. Okay. Ram, if you do this, I'm giving you last warning. Okay. Now, I'm just going to clear all the drawings and we're going to move to the next part. Here. Now we look at what these Himalayas look like in India. So basically within India also, Himalayas do not lie in one layer, they lie in parallel layers. Okay. Do you know about the 3 parallel layers of Himalaya? आवाज नहीं आ रहा है? अभी भी नहीं आ रहा है guys? ओहो. It's clear? Okay. All right. Okay. Stop, guys. Stop. All right. So we are इतना क्लियर हुआ that तजाकिस्तान में पामिर नॉट से हम निकलेंगे, इंडिया में जम्मू कश्मीर से एंटर करेंगे, अरुणाचल प्रदेश तक रहेंगे. Is this clear? Okay, amazing. So we now move to what Himalayas look like in India. Okay, we'll move to what Himalayas look like in India. Aryan, I'm going to stop your video. ये क्या हो रहा है guys? One second. Can you stop typing on chat? Who is this? Is this Shehbaz? Please stop typing on chat. All right. Okay. Now we move towards what Himal. ये क्या हो गया है? एक second. Sorry, मेरे internet में problem हो रहा है. One second, guys. Very sorry. Okay. What they look like in India. When we look at Himalayas in India, there are 3 layers of Himalayas horizontally. Now we will look at Himalayas horizontally in India and we will look at Himalayas vertically in India as well. So as you can see in this image, there are 3 layers formed of Himalayas. So there is not just one but 3 layers. Okay, the first layer is here. It is called the Great Himalayas or the Himadri. Okay, they are called Great Himalayas or the Himadri. They are the topmost range of Himalayas. Okay, the second range is called Himachal or the Lesser Himalayas. This is called Lesser Himalayas or Himachal. The third range is this. It is called Shivaliks or the lower, the most, जो सबसे नीचे वाले Himalayas होते हैं, right? So these are the 3 parallel mountain ranges of Himalayas in India horizontally, right? Now we look at Himalayas vertically and we will see a different image. Now what we are doing is, instead of looking at Himalayas horizontally, we are looking at it vertically. How will we look at it vertically? We will look at it like this, okay? This is part 1. This is part 2, like straight lines, long lines. This is part 3 and this is part 4. Okay. First is the Karakoram range. Okay. हम सीधा देख रहे हैं. अभी पहले horizontally देखा था हमने parallels में. अब हम vertically देख रहे हैं Himalayas को. सिर्फ India के अंदर. Right? So the first range, the topmost range is called Karakoram range. It is not in your textbook, but it is important. The second range is called the Western Himalayas. Okay. These are the Western Himalayas or also called the Kashmir range. Okay. Because they pass through Kashmir. The third range is called the Central Himalayas or the Kumaon range because they are passing through an area called Kumaon. Then there is the fourth range that passes through Assam or the Eastern Himalayas. Okay. Now, if we go back, एक second. If we go back to the last map, one second, guys. Here, and I ask you, what is this range vertically called? Can you tell me what is this range vertically called? Karakoram. Amazing, Divya. So, Divya, Karakoram is right above Kashmir. That's towards basically Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Amazing. Now, if I ask you, what is this range called? Amazing. Amazing, Ashraf. Good job. And what is the second name for Western range? What is the second name for Western range? Kashmir, because it stays in Kashmir, because that range is in Kashmir. Okay, amazing. Now we move to the middle range. What is this range called? Central. Amazing. And Central का second name क्या था? Central Himalaya और एक और नाम था Central Himalaya और which state? Kumaon. Amazing. Kumaon is a hill station basically. Kumaon range. Amazing. And if we move towards this region, what was this region called? ईस्टर्न. ठीक है, तो मतलब वेस्टर्न इस साइड पे था, ईस्टर्न इस साइड पे था. ऑब्वियसली समझ लो नॉर्थ ईस्ट स्टेट्स है. नॉर्थ ईस्ट की सबसे बड़ी स्टेट कौन सी है? असम. सो वी विल राइट असम. यहाँ पे वेस्टर्न में सबसे ऊपर कौन है? कश्मीर. सो वी आर गोइंग टू राइट कश्मीर. बीच के अंदर कुमाऊं है. सो हम लोग अभी वर्टिकली इंडिया को देख रहे हैं, राइट? वी आर लुकिंग एट इंडिया इन लॉन्गिट्यूड्स, नॉट इन लैटिट्यूड्स, When we look in latitudes, we look at the parallels. The three parallels are Himadri, Himachal or Shivaliks, or also called Himadri, higher Himalayas, greater Himalayas, lesser Himalayas, and Shivaliks. Okay, so these are the two ways to look at Himalayas, horizontal and vertical in India. Okay, when we looked at the whole world, we saw it started from Tajikistan में an area called, what was the area called? जिसका मैंने तुम्हें बोला था नाम याद रखना है. अगर हम पूरे वर्ल्ड का हिमालय देखें, वेयर वाज इट स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम? पामीर नॉट. अमेजिंग. एंड इंडिया में कौन कौन से दो, कहां से शुरू होके कहां पे खत्म होता था? कौन सी स्टेट से शुरू होके कौन सी स्टेट पे खत्म? एंड विद इन इंडिया कश्मीर से शुरू होके अशरफ कहां पे खत्म होता है? अरुणाचल प्रदेश. अमेजिंग. So we have understood. Pat on the back, Didi. I'm really glad, guys. I was really nervous about this. Okay, now we move on to the second physical feature. Do you have any doubts from the Himalayas, or is everything perfectly clear about Himalayas? Clear? Great. क्या हुआ? नो शहबाज, नो क्यों लिख रहे हो तुम? Okay, amazing. So we're going to move forward now. Can we stop on the chat? We're going to look at northern plains. Now the सबसे बड़ी खास बात है हमारे northern plain का physical feature is that they're flat. They are absolutely flat. There is no elevation on the northern plains or on any plain in the world. When you call something a plain, that means a flat ground. It has nothing. It basically is constructed out of rivers and it is formed by sedimentation through rivers. तो जो sand rivers के side में इकट्ठी हो जाती है, वो साथ मिला के ये land बनाती है, right? So plains will always have rivers by their sides and that is how they are constructed. Now, what is the main occupation on plains? What do you think will be the main occupation on plains when they're closer to river, when they are flat in nature? I said it in this class itself. What would be the main occupation in northern plains? Agriculture. Amazing. All right, got it. Ankit, rice not really, but agriculture in general. Rice can also be made in plateaus. Okay, guys, this is the northern plain of India. Okay, now okay, stop, guys, stop. Good job. टी कॉफी वगैरह सब कुछ हो गया. सब कुछ मिला के एग्रीकल्चर होता है. एग्रीकल्चर खेती बाड़ी करनी आसान है. किसी भी चीज का खेत लगा सकते हैं. That depends on the climatic conditions in that region. Okay, but in general, the region is characterized by its rivers, by its tributaries, and by the fact that it's a plain ground. Okay, it's a flat, low-lying area. Now, in India, this northern plains, one second. This northern plains start from here in Rajasthan, okay, and Punjab, okay. And now what is the direction of Rajasthan and Punjab? They are in the west of India, okay. And then it moves towards the east, covering UP, covering Delhi, covering Haryana, covering Bihar, and West Bengal. And they move towards this corner side of Assam. So the last part or the last region of northern plains is in Assam towards the east. Okay. So this is how the plains are there. This is the region in which plains lie in India. We start from Rajasthan and Punjab in the west and we move towards Assam in the east. Okay. Now we move forward and try to understand the three parts of northern plains. Okay. When we, Nagaland is the last. Suraj, we'll stop at Assam बिकॉज नागालैंड हमारा ना मतलब थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लेक्स हिस्ट्री है नागालैंड के साथ, सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टॉप एट असम इटसेल्फ. नागालैंड को इट जस्ट टचेस, सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टॉप एट असम. ओके ओके सूरज, वी आर गोइंग टू राइट असम. All right. Now we divide the northern plains into three halves. Okay, we divide northern plains into three halves. And how will we do this division? We're going to see now. Okay, what we will do is this line. एक second, मैं वो annotate करती हूँ. This line where I'm putting the stars now is actually the Aravali Hills. Now, if this is Aravali Hills, can you tell me which part of northern plains lies towards the west of Aravali Hills? If this is Aravali Hills, which part of northern plains lie towards the west of Aravali Hills? Rajasthan, amazing Umar. Punjab plains, amazing Sufia. Okay, great guys. Now, what would be the part then which lies towards the east of Aravali Hills? What would be the part of northern plains that will lie towards the east of Aravali Hills? Ganga. What else? Even the Brahmaputra lies towards the east. Amazing. So how it has been defined in the textbook is that towards the east of Aravali Hills lies Ganga plain. Okay. Towards the east of Aravali Hills, as you can clearly see in the picture, lies Ganga plain. Okay. And it is constructed because of river Ganga, right? This whole plains are constructed because of river Ganga. So towards east of Aravali Hills lies Ganga plain. यहाँ पे आप देख लो, यहाँ पे लिखा भी हुआ है ये Aravali Hills है. Okay? And west की side पर Thar Desert and Punjab plains. एक second. Clear or drawings. 1 second, guys. Now we'll go into what Ganga plains are centered. I did not understand. Who is this full stop? Can you tell me your name? All right. Okay. Now we move towards a concept first, and then I will tell you what is the meaning of concept. This concept in understanding northern plains. Now, as I said, that northern plains are constructed out of rivers and their tributaries. What happens is that deltas are formed due to rivers. Now, what is a delta? Delta का definition इस पे तुम्हारी screen पर आया होगा. A nearly flat plain of alluvial deposit between diverging branches of the mouth of a river. अब ये बहुत ही complex definition है, but we will try to understand what this definition means. Okay, one after the other, we will look at the meanings of this definition. Now, when we look at this whole picture, what we see is we can see this big river. Okay, we can see this ocean, and we can also see this smaller rivers, right? These are called the smaller streams of rivers are called tributaries. Now, in between these water bodies, there is land, right? In between these water bodies, there is this land, right? This region of land where I've put hearts is constructed. ये land कैसे बना? ये land ऐसे बना कि ये जो river थी, ये क्योंकि बहुत सारी soil साथ में carry करती थी, तो उसको मतलब वो soil side में इकट्ठी हुई. These are called alluvial deposits. वो side में इकट्ठे हुए और इकट्ठे हो के they constructed a plain flat land. Okay, so these rivers and their tributaries create these plain flat lands. Now what they eventually do is all these rivers and all these tributaries towards the end will go towards the ocean. Okay, they will join the river and move towards the ocean. Okay, And what is a delta? Here the delta is this part, this land that has been constructed because of these tributaries. Did you now understand me? Did you understand how land is constructed by rivers, and that part of the land constructed by alluvial deposits from these rivers and tributaries is called delta? Did you understand this? No. Okay. One more time. All right. We'll do it one more time. Don't worry. Okay. As you can see in this picture, okay, tell me if you see this, okay? When I put a star on this, you tell me what this is. Okay, what is this? Tell me what is this? What is this called? River, right? And what are these small, stop. What are these small things called जिस पे अब मैंने स्टार डाला है? अभी जिस पे स्टार डाला है उसको क्या बोलते हैं? क्या वो भी रिवर्स है छोटी छोटी? No. I've not put star on the land. I've put star on the small streams. Amazing, Umar. Yes. So they are not rivers. They are not large rivers. There are small streams, or they are also called diverging branches, like a branches of the tree. They are like the branches of the tree. So एक river की भी बहुत सारी branches होती हैं. So these are the branches of a river. Okay. They are very small streams that are crossing through land. Okay. Now these rivers or these streams carry soil with them. Is that clear? They carry soil with them. Rivers carry soil with them. Is this a concept that everybody knows? So those soil are also called alluvial deposits. Now what happens is that by the side of a river, the soil, जो river की side है, उसकी side पर soil इकट्ठी होती जाती है, और इकट्ठी होती जाती है, वो इतनी भारी हो जाती है that it creates land. Okay, so by the side of these rivers and tributaries, where I will put this, one second, where I'm going to put heart here, this is land, right? This is the land formed by alluvial deposits through rivers and tributaries. Exactly, mitti, right? Is this clear? This whole process of forming land through alluvial deposits is called delta. Okay, रिवर से लैंड बनाने को बोलते हैं डेल्टा. थोड़ा सा बेटर समझ आया है? होप आई गिव यू एन एग्जांपल जिससे आपको समझ आएगा. Alright, now where do we find such a delta in India? Okay, let's look at that now. Stop guys, stop responding now. Okay, now we are looking at the map of India. In India we have a lot of rivers, but the two main rivers that we have is Ganga and Brahmaputra. Okay, as you could see here, there is Ganga plains and then there is Brahmaputra plains, right? So these plains together converge at a point. They all join the ocean at a point. All these rivers go to join the ocean at a point, right? But before they join the ocean, they make all of this land. Okay, before they join the ocean, they make all of this land. Now how do they make this land? So this land, this piece of land, I'll tell you here. Wait, थोड़ा सा guys tough हो रहा है explain करना, but please bear with me. One second. What happens is, एक second. ये जो गंगा प्लेन्स है, यहाँ पे बहुत सारी रिवर्स और ट्रिब्यूटरीज हैं. ये ब्रह्मपुत्र प्लेन्स पे भी बहुत सारी रिवर्स और ट्रिब्यूटरीज हैं. उनके आसपास बहुत सारा लैंड बन गया है. ठीक है, दैट लैंड has converted itself into states like Bengal, like Assam, like all of these states around these rivers are plains created by these rivers, that are deltas, right? So Ganga and Brahmaputra together in this whole region, Ganga and Brahmaputra together in this whole region, sorry guys, ये तो बहुत ज्यादा हो गया. एक सेकेंड. ये वाला जो सारा रीजन है, गंगा एंड ब्रह्मपुत्र क्रिएट्स डेल्टा हियर थ्रू इट्स रिवर्स एंड इट्स ट्रिब्यूटरीज. ओके, सो गंगा और ब्रह्मपुत्र से ये डेल्टा क्रिएट किया जाता है और फिर जो ये रिवर्स और ट्रिब्यूटरीज है ये जाके ओशन में मिल जाती हैं. अब इसको यहाँ पे देखने की कोशिश करते हैं. यहाँ पर अब आप देखोगे कि जो डेल्टा ऑफ गंगा एंड ब्रह्मपुत्र है, जो डेल्टा गंगा और ब्रह्मपुत्र ने बनाया, वो मेजरली दो एरिया से जा रहा है. वन इज वेस्ट बंगाल एंड द सेकेंड इज बांग्लादेश. वन इज हियर, यहाँ पे देखो कोलकाता, मैंने स्टार डाला है. कोलकाता ये वेस्ट बंगाल का पूरा एरिया है. इंडिया का मैप देखो, यहाँ पे इंडिया का मैप है तो इस साइड वाला वेस्ट बंगाल है एंड दिस इज Bangladesh. Now all of these, you can see these small streams coming down from between this land. Can you see these small streams? अभी मैं इन पे हाथ डालती हूँ, रुको. ये वाली, ये जो छोटी छोटी streams हैं, इनके आसपास पूरा land बना है. So they are creating the Brahmaputra and Ganga delta, which covers basically Bangladesh and West Bengal. And these streams in the end join the ocean. Is this clear? How Ganga and Brahmaputra system is created, delta is created, which basically moves from West Bengal and Bangladesh and they form the ocean. Now this delta is very big, as you can see, that there is Kolkata covered, there is whole of Bangladesh covered through this delta. Okay, it is very big and that is why it is called Sundarban, one of the biggest deltas in the world. अगर आप ये दो पिक्चर्स को कंपेयर करोगे, अगर आप ये दो पिक्चर्स को कंपेयर करोगे, देखो जैसे इसमें ये रिवर्स जा रही है और बीच में लैंड है और इसमें भी रिवर्स जा रही है और बीच में आपको लैंड दिखेगा, तो you will understand what a delta means. Just compare these pictures and then tell me if you don't understand. Understood? Done. Amazing. Okay, good job guys. थोड़ा complicated था, but I hope तुम्हें समझ आया. Now we look at, now basically अभी तक हमने पढ़ा है east of Aravalli. So we have studied about Ganga plains, we studied about Brahmaputra plains, but we did not look at the west of Aravalli hills. Now west of Aravalli hills lies the third part of northern plains called the Punjab plains. All right. Now these Punjab plains are basically constructed of Thar desert. Okay, and they have Rajasthan and Punjab in them, right? So Thar desert has Rajasthan and Punjab in them. Okay, and here towards the west of Aravalli hills we see Thar desert. अब इसका common features क्या क्या है? ये जो plains हैं ये भी बने हैं सतलुज की वजह से, जो डेल्टा सतलुज ने बनाए हैं. तो बेसिकली जो सतलुज रिवर की ट्रिब्यूटरीज थी और जो रिवर थी उसकी वजह से पूरा ये पंजाब का रीजन बना है. अब ये जो रीजन है ये काफी, ये पूरा वेस्ट की तरफ है, वेस्ट ऑफ अरावली हिल्स. दूसरा इसकी सॉइल काफी फर्टाइल है जिसकी वजह से एग्रीकल्चर बहुत ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस होता है इस रीजन में, स्पेशली पंजाब. ओके, नाउ एक सेकेंड. नाउ व्हाट वी विल डू इज वी डू अ स्मॉल एक्टिविटी. फर्स्ट मुझे बताओ कि ये समझ आया नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स. नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स के 3 पार्ट्स है. फर्स्ट हम डिवाइड करेंगे अरावली हिल्स से. टुवर्ड्स द ईस्ट ऑफ अरावली हिल्स है गंगा प्लेन्स, ब्रह्मपुत्र प्लेन्स. वो प्लेन्स में एक मेन पार्ट है गंगा ब्रह्मपुत्र डेल्टा, right? That delta has two main states. One is West Bengal, second is Bangladesh. Okay, now we move towards west of Aravali Hills. When we move towards west of Aravali Hills, there is Thar Desert and Rajasthan or Punjab. Okay, and their main thing is agriculture. So this is what you have to remember. Do you understand this clearly? How we divided northern plains? Okay, amazing. Hey, thank God. थोड़ा सा complicated था, guys. Aravali means Aravali are these hills. Aravali hills are small hills that are there in India, as you can see it here. Wait, I'll show it to you. This in this picture are Aravali hills. Clear? पूरा clear? कोई doubt नहीं है? Okay. All right. Can we do a very small activity? I know we're running out of time, but what we will do is I'm going to send a map on each of your LC groups, right? That will be the map of India. And I will name a state there. When I name the state, you have to tell me what is the physical feature of that state. Okay? Did you understand what you have to do? If I say what is the physical feature of Rajasthan, you will say it lies in the northern plains towards the west of Aravali Hills. So every group has to give me the answers for it. Okay? Did you understand what you have to do? All right. I'm going to send the map and I'm going to send the questions. 1 second. I'm sending the map of India because I don't trust you all remember every state. So every group has to give answers. Let's see which group answers correctly. Okay. Who is this? Who's full stop? I'm going to remove you from this chat. The first question is, what is the physical feature of Madhya Pradesh? What is the physical feature of Madhya Pradesh? You all can discuss amongst yourselves. You get 15 seconds per question. Look at it carefully. Madhya Pradesh. What is the physical feature of Madhya Pradesh? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So the answer for this is it lies in the peninsular plateau. Okay, it is not northern plains, it is below northern plains. Deccan Plateau was right answer. Next is, what is the physical feature of Uttar Pradesh? I've given you the second question. Physical feature of Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh. Ashraf says northern plains. Let's see. Okay. You don't have to message me privately, Aditya. Write on the group. Northern plains. Amazing. So I think everybody kind of has the similar response to this. Now let's get into a complicated question. What is the physical feature of Tamil Nadu? What are the physical features of Tamil Nadu? Let's see who answers. Coastal region. Which coastal regions? Guys, and look at it carefully. Does the whole of Tamil Nadu lie in the coastal region or not? Eastern Ghats, some Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats. Western तो नहीं है, Eastern Ghats. Amazing. But do you think the whole of Tamil Nadu lies in Eastern Ghats? Look at it carefully. Does some lie in Peninsular Plateau also? Okay, so the answer is partly correct. Half of Tamil Nadu lies in Peninsular Plateau, and half of Tamil Nadu lies in the coastal region and the Eastern Ghats. Okay, it has some of its part is in the Eastern Ghat, the rest is in the Peninsular Plateau. Okay, next question. Where does Maharashtra lie? Whole of Maharashtra. Do you think it's only in coastal region? Amazing. So it is half, some of its part lies in western coastal region and the most of its part lies in the peninsular plateau. Okay. If I ask you, where does, third tough question पूछूं? Where does Manipur lie? Let's see. Where does Manipur lie? It's a tough question. Let's see who answers. You can also check the screen in your Zoom screen. नॉर्थ ईस्ट में तो है आर्यन, बट फिजिकल फीचर क्या है मणिपुर का? Western Brahmaputra Plateau, Southern Plateau, Western Coastal Region. Let's see who's answering this. Look at it again. It is partly mountain region, it's partly Himalayas and partly coastal region. Okay, so basically I wanted you to understand how to define physical features of the states. Now we can all come back to Zoom class. Amazing. Guys, I love the response. I love the enthusiasm. I hope you have all understood today perfectly. We have to move forward, but I would request you all to read the first page, only one page from physiography, and see if you understand or not. Right? Also, I want you all to send me a feedback of today's class. I really want to understand how much you're understanding, how much you're not understanding. Is map helping you out? Is this really helping you to kind of think and figure out in the right direction? Please read the textbook, one page of the textbook, the first page, and then you will be able to understand what Didi was talking about ekdam perfectly, okay? And then write on WhatsApp a review for me on your group chats. But please give a detailed review. Please don't give me one-liner reviews of great class, awesome class. I want to understand exactly what goes well and what can I work more towards. Okay. The second thing is that you had a submission. Okay. Can we stop on the group chat? Okay. The second thing is, you can all please write on the WhatsApp group in detail, all right? And what I want you to do, first of all, did you understand that you have to read only one page from physiography till Northern Plains? Yes? Till Northern Plains you have to read. Abhishek, you have to read only till Northern Plains from the chapter Physiography. All right. And once you do that, write on the chat. I'll send a message below that, write red. Okay. I'm not giving you any homework today. Why? Because most of you have not submitted your homework from the last geography chapter. Only 15 of you have submitted. I'm going to name all the students who have submitted till now. Anisha, Tanisha, Mahima, Divya, Saurabh, Sanya, Ajit, Ankit, Umehani, Lakshmi, Sufia, Ajay, Muskan, Nidhi, and Rakhi. The rest of you have not submitted your last geography chapter. You have also not submitted. Who is this? Who is this? I'm going to delete, I'm going to remove this person. Who is this person? Why did you not name yourself? One second. Aditya. Oh, yes, Aditya is also submitted. One second, guys. I'm just going to remove this person. Okay. All right. So, the rest of you, I'm giving you time. Please complete your question bank from geography. Please complete your question bank. Nazi, I named you. Aryan also submitted. Okay. All right. All those who have submitted, it's fine. The rest of you, please complete your question bank from geography chapter number 1. Please complete your question bank from applied history. A lot of you have not given that because I have to give you the answer sheets. I can't give you answer sheets till you give me question banks. So by tomorrow, can you all send me your question banks from applied history from the first chapter of geography, location and extent? Can I expect the question banks by tomorrow? I will not give you homework till Saturday, but I want all of you to complete that. Only then we will be able to move forward. I will not give any homework till Saturday, but I expect you all to complete this. Okay? Everything. If you've missed any question bank, if you've missed any videos, complete that. I'm not going to give you homework till Saturday. Yes, Abhishek. Tomorrow by 6 p.m., please submit. All right, amazing guys. Thank you so much for attending. It was a really good class. I feel like you all understood as well. And